Happy Wednesday to my awesome Wholesale to Million YouTube family. How are you guys doing today? So in this video, I'm going to answer a couple questions. You know, some questions that I get over and over again from you guys, you know, commenting on YouTube or DMing me on Instagram. And that is, Khang, when I virtually wholesale, you know, when I virtually wholesale and I'm not in the area, how do I get pictures and keys to the property? And another one is, well, what if the seller is out of state? How do I get pictures, or how do I see, you know, pictures or keys from the seller? Or another one is, hey, Khang, what if the property is currently rented and the renter won't allow us to go into the property, right? Because maybe now you have squatters or you have renter or whoever it is in there that's giving you a hard time, you know, giving you a hard time so to get into the property, because you obviously need to get your buyer into the property, right? So the goal is we need to do whatever we can to get inside the property, to get access to the property. And you guys, I have been through all of these. So I'm going to share with you guys not just things that I hear, but experience, all right? Real, like, experience, things that we go through. So let's just say if you virtually wholesale in another area, and I want to let you guys know is always, so first of all, you guys got to understand is you don't want to overwhelm the seller. Until you ask for a picture from the seller, don't ask for pictures until you get the agreement signed from the seller. So typically we don't overwhelm the seller, right? We just want to take it one step at a time. We don't want to overwhelm. We want to get that signed agreement back ASAP from them. And so typically we just tell the seller, okay, once they sign, and then we'll follow up with a text message or a call or an email, letting them know that, hey, could they send us some pictures of the outside and the inside of the property? And, you know, obviously, you know, you want to be nice and everything like that. I mean, we all know that. And we have never had a problem if the seller lives, like, you know, if the seller either currently living there or maybe they live an hour or 2 hours away. They said, hey, Khang, we can't get it to you right away. Because I do live like 2 hours away or so, but you know, but I'm gonna make time to go there to take a picture of the property and to send it to you guys. Now, I have you guys ask me, well, Khang, what if the seller lives out of state and that property is currently rented, or if it's vacant? How can I get pictures and get the seller to send me the keys? Well, just ask. You guys, it's never hurt to ask. All right, like when I first started, I didn't know that you can ask the seller to take picture. I didn't know that you can ask the seller to mail you the key. I didn't know to ask the seller if the property's vacant and they live like an hour away or whatever it is, that they can drop off the key and hide it somewhere at the house, so that way you can send your cash buyer to go and look at the property. I didn't know all, like, I didn't know. I was so scared to ask. I didn't want to. I don't know. There's just something in my head that I just didn't ask, because I was just so worried about, you know, maybe I ask them something, I say something wrong, and the deal falls apart. Okay? That's what I was worried about. So that's why I'm telling you guys, take one step at a time. Once the seller signs the agreement, and then you ask them to send you pictures. And if they can't send you pictures, now if the property's vacant, if you can't get pictures, if they can't send you pictures, if you have somebody that's, you know, if you're doing this virtually and you have foot on the ground, then ask them to go and take pictures for you. And if you can't, I know that there's a company that out there that actually does it for you, take picture for you and inspect the property for you for like really cheap, or like $65 or so. And I share with you guys that company in my private Facebook group. But they'll go out there, they'll inspect for you, and they will take picture for you if you need exterior and interior pictures, all right? But it's nice to build a team where you have foot on the ground. So try to build a team where you have some foot on the ground where they can actually do that for you, okay? So the next thing is now is, well, what if the seller's, what if the property's vacant, the seller lives out of state, and the seller said they're going to send you keys, or they don't have the keys to the property, and they keep on, you know, they keep on delaying it, and obviously you need to sell this property quick, right? Or you need to get access to the property quick so you can do whatever you need to do, and the seller just keep on pushing it off, putting it off, and not doing it. Well, first of all, if the seller's motivated, when you tell them to mail you the keys, they're going to mail you a spare keys. Now, if they are delaying it because of work or because of things and they just procrastinate and don't do it, and if the property's vacant and they're out of states, then you just need to ask them, is it okay if we can get a locksmith or you know, a locksmith over there to get inside, you know, to unlock it to get inside the house? If we end up breaking the lock, we'll put a new one on and we'll send you a spare key. So can we do that? So it's okay to ask those kind of questions. I just want to let you guys know that it's okay. And I mean, and I have done it on a couple of deals already. The seller said no problem. What you want to do is you want to get it in writing. So either a text message to the seller, an email, or you know, or some form of writing, right? Some form of writing that they approve for you to go ahead and do that. Okay, you guys, before you do it, all right? Now, the next one is, well, what if the renter is in there, the seller lives out of state, and the renter won't allow people to go in the property and to show it, or they're causing a conflict, and you know, maybe they're squatters, right? They're living in there where they're not supposed to, or maybe the seller and the renter is having issue, so they don't want the sellers to. They're basically giving the seller a tough time to get people into the property, to sell the property for whatever reason. And let me tell you guys this, in the real estate world, and I'm just going to say in the real estate world. In the real estate world, 99% of the time, money will solve the problem. I have offered a renter some money to get access to the property. You know, I ask them, so how much do they want for us to go in and look at the property really quick for like 10 or 15 minutes to inspect the property? All right? $50, $100, you ask them. And when you put money at stake, I mean, you know, obviously people will do it. There's a price to everything, right? Everybody has a price. So I'm telling you that, you know, if renter costs an issue and things like that, don't feel like, oh, you have to give up the deal because now you can't go in the property. Ask the renter what they want, okay? And then you just got to do what you got to do. If you don't have the money, the $50, the $100, well, you know what? I believe if there's a will, there's a way. All right? So if you need to find that money so your buyer can get in there, so you can close this deal that you're going to make $5,000, $10,000, $1,000, you know, whatever it is, you are going to do it. You are going to find a way. You're going to make it happen. All right? So I think that's pretty much it. Let me see if I missed anything. But yeah, so the thing is, so what I do want to let you guys know, if the property's vacant, if the seller lives far away, they can't make it, go ahead and, and you can always also ask the seller, if the property's vacant and they live an hour away or 45 minutes away, and instead of sending you the keys, maybe you can ask them, hey, could you hide the key somewhere at the house, and then we'll send one of our team members to go out there to put a lockbox on the house. Sometimes there are sellers that doesn't want you to put lockboxes on the house. They want to make sure that they're there with you when you show the property, etc. So you just have to work with them, right? But I'm telling you that it is okay to ask the seller. Ask them to mail you the key. Ask them to hide the key at the property. Ask them that, hey, we need pictures of the inside and the outside of the house. Could you send that to us? If not, then we'll have to send someone out there. You know, if it's rented. Okay, now if the property's rented, and the seller's out of state, and you need to get pictures of the property, guess what you can do? You can also ask the renter to do it for you. You guys, I have done it. Okay, I have done. I'm sharing with you guys actual experience that I go through and actually did it. Not something I heard, not something I heard and I make up and just create this video, right? I actually went through all this. If you do enough deals, you're gonna go through all of it. Trust me. So on one of the property, that's exactly what happened. The seller lives like 2 hours on one of our deals. The seller lives 2 hours away. He's getting old, so he doesn't want to, he doesn't want to do it. And instead, I asked him, so do you have the renter contact info? Is it okay if we contact the renter directly to see if the renter can help us out? You know, take some pictures and send it over to us. And the seller didn't have any problem with that. And the nice thing is, you guys, if it's currently rented, if you can get the renter's phone number, that is great. Because the reason why is a lot of times the seller doesn't want you to contact the renter directly. So you would have, so when you set up showing to your potential buyer, maybe you have to show up 3 to 4 to 5 times. Now you have to go to the seller, and the seller will have to contact the renter. But so if you have to set up multiple showings, so which means you got to explain it to the seller. But if you can get contact directly with the renter, then you now dealing directly with the renter, and you can set up as many as many showing as you want, right, with the renter. And like I said, you guys, offer the renter some money, and they will take picture for you. So let's just say if you don't have anybody go out there take picture, offer the renter some money. Ask them, hey, we are a potential buyer to the property. My name is blah. Was wondering if you can, I got your phone number from the landlord, whoever it is. Wondering if you can, text over some pictures of the outside and the inside for us, if it's not too much to ask, right? So if they say, no, I can't do that, blah, blah, blah. Well, ask them, well, you know what? We're willing to pay you, a fee instead of having someone drive out there. It save us gas or whatever it is, our time. So what would it be for us to get some picture from you, maybe we can buy your lunch or whatever it is, right? But you can ask. What I'm saying, it's okay to ask. And if you don't ask, the answer is always a no anyway, right? So ask them. And I have done it, you guys, multiple times where renters say, yep, not a problem, we'll send it over some pictures. I have time where renters say, no, I can't do that, I can't do that. You just send somebody out here. I don't have time to do that. Then I approach with, okay, well, I understand that, and we're taking your time, and we appreciate and value your time. So how about I'll buy you lunch or something like that, So if you can send over a couple pictures, just let me know how much it is worth your time per, $20, $30 or whatever it is. Just let me know, and I'll talk to my team. And if it's something is something that makes sense, we can definitely send you cash for that, right? Or we can snail mail you cash for that, right, you guys, or write you a check for that. So it's always so my whole point is it's okay to ask. Ask, and if it's no, then you find another way. But if you don't, it's always a no. But what I'm telling you, it is okay to completely ask. If the seller's motivated, they're gonna willing to work with you to make sure to get this transaction all the way to closing. They are gonna willing to work with you, and sometimes you have to pay your way to get to where to get what you want. So sometimes you have to pay your way to get what you want. All right, you guys. Anyways, if you guys do enjoy this video, if you have any other questions, drop me a comment below, and I'm more than happy to answer it, all right? And if you guys do enjoy this video, if it add any kind of value to you, smash the thumbs up for me. If you are new to the channel, you're interested in wholesaling and how to virtually wholesale, then smash the subscribe button. That's all I share and teach you guys in my channel is how to virtually wholesale. That's all we do. I don't see the property. I don't see the seller. I don't even see the buyer, all right? We're locking everything up on a contract when we're doing all this virtually. Now, for those of you who are having issue talking to a seller, negotiating, or maybe you want to scale up and you want to build a team, you want to hire on a VA, or you want to hire on somebody, but they don't have the skill set of how to talk to these sellers, because you want them to filter out the seller that's motivated and not motivated for you instead of you doing it because it take up a lot of your time, then check out my Khang Amazing Seller Script package. It's $4.95. Now, before you buy it, remember, it is a no refund, no exchange products. Once you buy it, it's completely done. It's only for those of you who's ready and who's committed and who want to, who's ready, who's ready and who's committed to take your life and your business to the next level. Because in there, I'll share with you exactly how I talk and negotiate with seller. And I'm not just giving you a script. You will hear me on some of the recorded call in the package, that you will hear me the exact way that I talk on the script, how I negotiate a seller to come down $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, over $100,000 and get them lock up on a contract. So yeah, check out my Khang Amazing Seller Script package if that is your problem. If you're trying to hire a VA or an employee and you want to pretty much have a script for them that they can go off, that that it's working, not just some random script, but this is a script that we use to train up, my wife train up all of our VA and they know nothing about real estate. They have no experience, no knowledge in real estate, and they are from the Philippines, and she can train them up, and they can filter out the motivated from non-motivated, and then my purchase manager is able to use the exact script that how I talk to seller and lock these property up under contract all over the phone. So, because I have some of you guys ask, well, Khang, what if can the script work for anybody that has never done a wholesale deal before? And the answer is yes. If my VA from Philippines can do it, I believe so can you. And if Khang can do it, so can you. All right, you guys. And also too is when you do purchase the package, you get all the contract that I use in today's market, right? And if we go through if we go through, we find other stuff, I will update it to the package and send it to you forever. And you also get access to my private Facebook group. That is where you get to come on, join the Massive Action Taker family. These are not just talker, but these are doer. We're going out there, we're hustling, and we're trying to make things happen. We're trying to get to, obviously trying to be successful and get to the next level of our life. And it's a great community that we have created. I think I think we're at 150 member in there right now, and each and every single one of them has, each and every single one of them in there are, the whole goal is to help each other grow and to help each other, to succeed. And I am actively on there, and it's nice thing about having that kind of community and surround yourself with is because there are times where you don't feel like doing anything, or you get frustrated, or you get confused, you get lost, or there's a deal that you want to talk about and you want somebody like to help you analyze it, figure it out, or to get some tips and advice. You'll be able to post it on the group, and one of us will be able to hop on there, jump, and help you out and give you our tips and our opinion, so that way you can make a decision. All right. But it's a great community that we have created, and I love the family, the Facebook family. It's everyone in there is just so generous about giving their time and value back to everyone else. All right, you guys, we have people on there that has closed 1 deal, 5 deals, 6 deals already, and starting out with zero deal, and they have closed multiple deals already. All right, you guys. And remember, when you do join the private Facebook group, I will hold you accountable. Because when you make that purchase, what you're telling me is, Khang, I am ready and I'm committed to succeed in this business, and I won't stop until I make it. So there is a requirement when you leave the group. 1 is you got to close your first wholesale deal. 2 is you've outgrown the group and there's no more value that we can add to you. So remember, when you make the purchase, you're telling yourself, you're telling me, you're telling the Massive Action Taker family that I am a Massive Action Taker, that I am ready, that I am committed to take my life, my business to the next level. I don't want the next year or 5 years or 2 years to be like my last 5 or 2 or 1 year. I'm ready to change. All right, you guys. So anyways, the link is in the description. If you're interested, click on the link, go to Wholesale to Million, no S, wholesaletomillion.com. That's where you can buy it. And you guys take care. I wish you guys all the best. And if you are one of them, I look forward to see you on the Massive Action Taker Facebook family. Take care, you guys. But trust me, once you master the script and know how to, once you master the script that I share with you, you'll be able to crush it on the phone, and your rate of converting that leads that comes in is way higher than when you don't know what to say, how to handle the objections, and things like that. I'll share with you how you can actually use the script to cold call, to go door knock, whatever you want to do. All you need to do is change the intro. I'll share with you in the private Facebook how you change the intro, and you can use the script to lock property up on the contract. All right, you guys, so don't worry. But anyways, you guys, and also too is once you join the group, I list like 15 different objections. I want to think about it. Well, how can you guys buy my property if you guys don't see it? So all kinds of 15 different objections, common objections that the seller asks. How do you get my information? Right? How do you get my information? And things like that. So I will share with you how I handle the objections. Pretty much when you talk, it's like music to the ear, so you can get that property locked up in a contract like that. Take care, you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. whoops, I accidentally left this out. So if the renter, let's just say if you have a squatter in there or a renter in there that doesn't want to, obviously causing problem for the seller to sell the property, like they don't want to vacate the property, they don't want anybody in to show the property or anything like that. They just giving the seller a tough time to sell this property because maybe there's an issue or a problem between them and the seller. What I'm going to say is that you can offer the renter some money. Offer them some money to vacate. So let's just say if you got a buyer on the hook and the buyer said, well, you know, there's a renter in there. Some buyer will buy with the renter and they will deal with the evictions, or some buyer will say, hey, you know what, we won't close on it until the renter agrees to evict or the property is vacant at the time of closing. So what I'm telling you is you can offer, so once you have a buyer locked in, then you can offer the renter some money to vacate the property. And obviously, you know, that money will have to come out of your pocket, right? Well, that money will have to come out of your pocket. So you can offer the renter some money to vacate the property, all right? And I did not know that you can actually do that, but you can. It's called cash for keys. So you can offer the renter money to get them out of the property. And like I said, you guys, money will solve 99% of the things, of the situation or the problem in real estate. And the thing is that we all have a price. Everybody have a price. Everybody have a price, right? Everybody has a price. Everybody has a number. So you ask the renter and you offer that to them. And that's going to help you solve the problem if you have a deal that the buyer say, hey, they need the property to be vacate, or the renter to agree to vacate the property. All right, you guys. So I'm sharing this with you is that always ask, because don't get a no and then saying, oh yeah, the deal's gonna fall apart. Now we got a problem with the renter, blah blah blah. Oh gosh, this deal's not gonna work out. Oh, the sellers won't show the property because they live far away. Or the renters causing issue, whatever it is. Don't feel like the deal is. Don't let that no, one or two no will be like, oh, this deal is done. What I'm telling you is always ask and then try to find ways around it. All right, there's always a way around it. All right, you guys, take care. That's it. Sorry, you guys. It's just like it's just like information starting to come up, and and a lot of time I miss things. So I want to put it all in this video for you, and anything I remember, I just want to put it out there. So basically, what it is you guys, I have offer a renter to pay for their deposit on their next rental property that they find that they want to move to. We have offered a renter $500, $1,000, $1,500, their deposit and their down payment, you know, their first month rent, and then their deposit, just to get the deal done, because the deal is like, you know, the deal that we're going to close is at $20,000. So putting up, you know, $1,000 or $2,000 to get the deal done, better than nothing. But before that, like I said, I did not know that you can ask and that you can do all this. So I'm sharing with you guys so you guys don't make that mistake and lose out on a deal that you potentially can save just by asking and making it work. All right, you guys, that's it. That's it for real.